Okay, so this is gonna be hopefully a really fast one. Basically, doing my jogs outside, I never really had to deal with this, mostly because it's way too cold for that right now. But this is the wet bulb, dry bulb globe test for determining um, whether or not it's safe to have physical activity outside. So you have three thermometers. One that's a dry, one that is a black globe, and one that is encased in some kind of wet wick. So the purpose of this is to show ambient temperature for the dry one, the black globe for temperature in the sun, and the wet one for the effect of wind on temperature. So if the ambient temperature is way too high, it is too hot to exercise, or you should exercise a certain amount, at a certain intensity for a certain amount of time, and have I believe it's water breaks every 30 minutes at the second to highest. And the black globe, if this is too high, it means that the sun is too strong that day. And if you can get to shade or a cooler area, you can still exercise. Wet globe, basically the effect of wind. Even if it's a really hot day out, if there's high wind speed, it can actually make it feel colder because of wind chill. So also it shows the effectiveness of your body at um, cooling itself by evaporation of sweat. If there's a high amount of water vapor in the air and you are able to vaporize your sweat, that would also cool you down more. So we also have, there's an index for all of these. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but yes, if any of these are too high, you can potentially get exercise in general cancelled. This is mainly important for team sports, military practices, mostly group activities where it makes more sense to make that call based on the whole group instead of an individual basis. And so I know when I was in middle school and did football, we had at least, I want to say it's like 1 or 2 days that it was just way too hot that day. We weren't allowed to practice, so the coaches had us practice inside because legally, we could not practice outside because it would have been a danger to us and it would have been child endangerment by the coaches. But yeah, uh,